body allows you to take a little back bend at the top of the reach, do that. Good. And then come on and sink down. Let's do this a few times. Take a big inhale breath, lengthening through the spine. Good. Maybe you've had a chance to do a few things this morning. Maybe your body is already warmed up. Maybe it's not. So just kind of respect wherever your body is. And then open the legs a little bit wider. Maybe take the hands into a V and sink it down an inch and up an inch. Good. Down an inch and up an inch. Just warming up through the thighs. Good. Now hold it on the down. Think about your thighs for a second. See if you can push them back just a little bit deeper over the second and third toe. Let's press it down 10 times. Go 10, 9, 8, 7. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. Sink it. Good. And then if it feels okay to you, stand up first. Good. Clear the back. Do a little back bend if it feels okay. And then if it feels okay here, sink down another inch. Maybe take your right elbow, bring it to the right knee, and take a little bit of a side stretch. Good. Press 10 times down. Go 10, 9. If you want to pop up the right heel, you can. Good. You feel a little intensity in the inner thigh. Last one here. Hold it. Come back to the top. Clear your back. Good. Sink it down again. Good. Pop up through the left heel, maybe. Maybe you reach over to the left side. Press it down 10 times. That looks good. Go 10, 9. Good. 8. Just getting a little stretch in the obliques. Good. The muscles between the rib cage are getting a nice stretch. Good. Bring it back to the top. Try a little balance. Good. So I still have my left heel up. Lift up your right heel. Try it. Hold it there for 4 and 3 and 2. Straighten your legs. Direct your toes forward or a little bit in. Maybe bring your hands to the hips. Lengthen through the spine. Bring it about halfway down for a little stretch. So we'll work the muscles. We'll stretch the muscles. Good. And then maybe come into a deeper fold. This is my first stretch of the day. So it feels a little bit intense. You might bring your hands back up to your knees. Just listen to your body. Excuse me. Take a nice deep inhale breath. Bring it up on a halfway and then bring your body up. Stand up. Take your weights. Good. So today we're going to start out with some weights before we hit the floor. Good. We're going to start with triceps today. I'll face you parallel for a second. You're going to step forward with the right leg. Bring the left foot back. So if you were with me in yoga, it would be warrior one legs, where the left toes are kind of tracking toward the corner of your room. Good. Right leg is strong. It bends. Take an inhale breath, lengthen through the spine, and then bring it about halfway. Roll both arms back. Good. Roll them back there deeply. Then extend the left arm long and lift it up and hold and squeeze. Squeeze in and hold. Good. Again, pull in your waist. Up, hold, squeeze, and squeeze it in. Good. Feel the pause. Lift up, hold, squeeze, and squeeze it in. Good. You might be getting warm like I am. I have to shed a layer here. Lift it up, hold, and squeeze it in and hold. I know you're still working. Lift up, hold, squeeze it in. Using the back of the arm now, really channel the upper back into this by bringing the right elbow in a little closer. Lift it up, feel the pause, and squeeze it in. Back of the arm is engaged. We're going to lift it 10 times together. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Chin is off the chest. Good. Belly is pulling in. Now, could you energize that back leg a little bit more? Hold it there. Hold it there. Squeeze through the left glute, maybe a little bit. Pull in the waist deeper and rotate the palm forward. We're going to lift it up 10 times together. Go 10, 9. Keep the movement small. Keeping the muscle contracted the whole time. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there and safely stand up. Rotate your shoulders around a little bit. I'll face you forward. We're going to do some bicep curls. Elbows are glued to the side. Feet are underneath the hips. Curl it up for 2. Good. So this might feel kind of easy. Good. You're going to reach it up, squeeze. The way to make it a little bit more intense with these lighter weights is to contract through the body a little bit deeper. Could you pull in the abdominals just like you're doing an abdominal crunch? Good. Curl it up for 2. Press it down. Nice and slow and controlled. Good. We're lifting it up. Curl, squeeze, and down. Now start to bring it behind the hips. Curl up for 2. Squeeze the biceps. Back for 2. Good. 2 more like that. Up for 2. Squeeze it tighter. Back for 2. Last one here. Curl it up. Press it back. And then bring the arms in front of you in a little V. Rotate the palms or the thumbs to face the sky. Little curls. Reach curl. reach curl. Good, so my arms are in front of me. They're not super wide like that. They're right in front of my shoulders. It's like my elbows are resting on a table. Keep the elbows below the shoulders so that you're not cranking into the neck. Go 10, 9, belly in, 8, 7, 6, heart stays lifted. You can even do this without weights. Start to bring them now into a V. Good, we'll go 10, 9, 8, keep reaching. Good, heart stays lifted, belly in, soft bend in the knees. 3, 2, 1, hold them out there, rotate the palms to face the floor. Good, lifting up through the chest, we press it down for 2. Now keep your arms about 6 to 8 inches off the thighs. Hold it there, lift the heart. Good, I see it, up for 2. Excellent, press down for 2, nice and slow. Could you squeeze through the muscles a little bit deeper? Good, I see it, up for 2, squeeze nice and slow, down for 2. Make a commitment to do it today, it's Friday. It's Friday, it may have been a whole week since you've been in this bar class. Good, go up for 2, squeeze, and down for 2, 2 more times. It's up for 2, squeeze, and down for 2. Now hold it on the up, lift it through the chest, 10 lifts, 10, 9, absolutely no tension in the neck. If this is too much in the neck, lower the arms a little. Really work for this today. Go 4, and 3, and 2. Hold it, breathe. Slowly lower the arms. Rotate your shoulders back. Do you remember where we started? So you can bring the left leg forward. Bring the right leg back. The toes are tracking toward the corner of your room. Hinge at the hips. So if you were with me in yoga, we call it warrior 1. Draw both elbows up, but really pull in the waist. Good. And now extend the right arm long, lift it up. Hold and squeeze. Again, it's up, hold, squeeze. I'll face you this way. Go up, hold, squeeze. Good, so the belly stays in. Good, the collarbones are expanded. Good. Good, there's no pressure in the lower back. It's up, hold, squeeze through the back arm. Now try to energize the left elbow to the center. Think about that space right between the shoulder blades. Good, this will help your posture. Up, hold, squeeze, 10 lifts at tempo. 10, 9, 8, squeeze, 7, 6, 5, you've got this. Could you press now into that back foot a little bit more? Now hold it there. Lift it up another inch and rotate the palm forward. Lift it up again, squeeze it to the center. Let's lift 10 times. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, you've got this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, breathe, lengthen the arm, hold it there for 4 and 3 and 2. Safely rise, rotate your shoulders back again. Remember these bicep curls, elbows glued to the side. This time they come out for 2. Good. So the arms are fanning out just a little bit, working the side of the bicep. As you slowly bring the arms down, try not to let them flop down. Try to keep the contraction in the muscle the whole time. Squeezing up for the contraction, press it down, use the triceps. 2 more times, up for 2, squeeze, and down for 2. Working still the back side of the body. Last one, good. Now bring them into that V again. Palms face the sky, you're gonna pull them in for 2. Use your upper back muscles. Squeeze it there, press up for 2, good. So you can kind of see how I'm drawing my elbows to the center of the body. Press it up for 2, keep the navel in. Press it back for 2, very good. Nice and slow, like you're reaching a tray out on a table. Good. 2 more times. Last one here, hold it out there. Palms face the sky and little bends and stretches. It's bend stretch. Good, so the arms are in a bit of a V rather than way out here. We don't want to stress the chest. We want to bring the arms into a little bit of a V so that you can still keep the waist in, no stress in the neck. You go 10, 9, 8, 7, good. 6, 5, 4, you're almost done. 3, 2, hold it there, rotate your palms to face forward. Last thing, squeeze them in for 2, excellent. Press up for 2, think about a lat pull at the gym. Squeeze it in for 2, use your upper back, press it up for 2, use all of those strong muscles that support the spine, good. You're using your shoulders, you're using your back, try to really press the trapezius, the muscles around the shoulders and neck down as you press it up, good. Press up, I see you, that looks excellent. 2 more times. Go up for 2, squeeze, down for 2, last one. Hold them up, squeeze them in, 10 pulls down, 10, 9, just like this, 8, 7, good, heart stays lifted, waist is in, 4, and 3, and 2, bring them out here for our hold. Just squeeze your arms, contract it, you can do it. Rotate the palms to face the floor, squeeze, and slowly lower. Keep the weights pretty handy, so maybe bring them to the outside of your mat. We might come back to those later. Open up your arms. So we work the muscles and we stretch the muscles in this class. Bring the right arm across the body. Good. Soften the right shoulder away from the ear. Maybe look over the right shoulder. Good. Take a nice deep inhale breath. Good. Look down toward the floor. Open your arms again. Stretch the other side. Good. Either hold above or below the elbow joint. Press the shoulder away from the ear. Maybe look over the shoulder if that's comfortable in the neck. Reach both arms toward the sky. Take a tricep stretch. So I'm just bending through the right elbow. If it feels good to bend in both knees a little bit, and then reach out of the side body. Good. Over to the left. You can stay like this. You could extend both arms or extend one arm, whatever feels good. Nice stretch for the intercostal muscles, muscles around the ribs. Inhale, breath to the top. Good. Take your time. Bend the left elbow. Should feel pretty good. Good, soften in the knees, reach out of the waist now, over to the right. The knees could stay bent or straight. You just see how you feel here. Maybe extend both arms, good. Reaching over to the side, maybe lowering one arm, maybe look up. Inhale, breath to the top. Exhale, breath, take a forward fold. Good, take your time. Good, you can take a full forward fold where you allow your head to come down or bring it just kind of halfway with your knees bent. And just allow the hands to hang if that feels okay. Then just imagine yourself kind of stirring a pot a little bit. Good. I've been doing a lot of cooking. I promise you I haven't done any stirring quite like this. But imagine the arms just kind of hanging and swinging one way. If it's too much on the back, you can always bring the hands to the body and then stir them the other way. Allow the tension to leave your neck, your shoulders. Good. Take an inhale breath, which is a halfway lift, and then allow the hands to come to the floor. Now we're in a high plank. So the waist is in, chin is off the chest, and you're really using your arm muscles, firming up here, pulling in through the belly. Good, we're not here for too long. Hold it here for 4, and 3, and 2. Soften in the knees, lift your body into downward facing dog. Good. Bend into the knees first to lift up the hips a little bit more. So even if you're very flexible and you've done a couple down dogs today, soften at the knees to extend through the back. Good. Now, if you're pretty flexible and you want to bring your heels to the floor, you can. Take a nice deep inhale here and then pull in the waist. Shift forward to high plank. Good. Breathe in here. Exhale, breath. Bring your left hand to the center line of the body and open into a side plank. So I'm facing you with my back facing you. The right arm is extended, the heart is lifted, you're stacking your thighs, your neck is long. Really firm up through that bottom arm, and your gaze can be straight ahead or down or even up. Breathe in, exhale, come to the top of that plank. So high plank, if you need a break, then take it. Take a nice deep inhale, really pull in through the waist, good. Bring the right hand right underneath the right shoulder, center line of the body, side plank, good. Here you are, the left arm is reaching up toward the sky, good. And you can do whatever you want with your legs. If this is too much, you can always bring one knee to the floor, you can lift up one. Lots of variations here. Listen to your body this morning. Use your obliques and keep the waist in. Hold it there for 4, and 3, and 2. High plank is where we meet. Just a count of 10. Good. You can do anything for 9. Chin is off the chest, collarbones stay broad. Good. Really try to take the shoulders down back. Really zip that navel in. 3, 2, and 1. Knees to the floor. Separate the knees. Come into child's pose. Good. You can allow the palms to face the sky if you wish. You can reach your fingertips back toward the shoulders. That's good. I have to kind of adjust my pants. I really shouldn't say this on camera because this ends up on YouTube, but don't want to give you a plumber's butt here. And then come onto your back. Come onto your back. Bring your ball with you. You have your weights near you too. Good. Come onto your back and just have the ball handy. Hug your knees in toward your chest. Good. Let them come a little bit away from you. Do that a few times. Good. Excellent. Good. Now tabletop your legs. Good. Reach behind your thighs. Lift your upper body off the floor. Curl up hold, and squeeze. Again, curl up, hold, squeeze. So we're gonna tap into the abdominals a little bit. We're gonna work the lower body a little bit. It's up, hold, squeeze. Really working the full body today. Good. We work everything head to toe. We work on balance, flexibility, strength, and core. You can continue to work just like this, really pulling the navel in, or you release your hands up to the sky. Good. Very good. We lift it up, 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 up. Let's slow it down. Up, hold, and squeeze. Again, it's up, hold, and squeeze. Two more. Up, hold, squeeze. Last one. Hold it there. Possibly you straighten your legs a little bit if that feels good to you. Maybe you bring your arms or your legs a little bit out. Maybe you reach your arms up higher. Good. Just hold it there. Steady. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Could you lift it up 1 inch higher? 4, 3, 2. Take a rest. Hug your knees in. Good. So you might be warming up a little bit. I'm taking off my socks. Good. Hug the knees in toward you. Let them come a little bit away from you. This time make a little pillow underneath the hips. Tabletop the legs again. So the legs can be separated or they can be squeezed together. See what works for you. Good. Bring them in an inch and bring them out an inch. Just an inch. Good. Really press the navel to the spine and out an inch. Good. 2 more. In an inch and out an inch. Good. A couple more. Really flattening the navel to the spine. Good. And you bring it in and out. Good. In and out. A few more. In and out. Good. In and out. You go 4. Really protect the back by pulling in the waist. You have 3. You have 2. Last one here, hold it. Now think about the right leg. It's going to go down for 2. Just bring it a little bit down and up for 2. Good. The left one goes down for 2. As soon as you feel like your back has an arch in it, I want you to zip your navel back in. Maybe bring your leg a little higher for 2. Good. Bring it down for 2. Good. So this is a move that's kind of borrowed from Pilates. Sometimes this is used in Pilates class. Good. We're just working the navel to the floor. The spine is super strong, flat to the floor. Do 3 more. You go down for 2. So it'll be 6 altogether. Good. Bring it down. Good. That was 1 round. Good. Do it down for 2. Nice and slow. Up for 2. Keep the navel in. Use the muscles that surround your waistband. So you're using all the muscles here, the abdominals, as you strengthen the back. Last one. Good. Bring it here. Bring them out for 2. Maybe they come more straight, depending on your back. Good. In for 2. Good. Out for 2. In for 2. You can stay like this, or you can release your hands up to the sky, but keep your head, neck, and shoulders on the floor for right now. Good. If this is too much, then you bring your hands back to the side. Good. Maybe you reach the upper body off the floor. So you have lots of choices. You can keep the upper body on the floor. You can lift it up. Maybe you flex out through the heels. Some of you are very flexible. You might start to bring it out deeper. Good. If this is too much, minimize it. You want to stop as soon as you get an arch in the back. Just really working with your own body, where you are today. Good. 2 more times. Good. Last one here. Hold it up there. Maybe you lift the upper body off the floor. We're going to all lift 10 times. You can keep softness in the knees or straight. 9, 8, 7. Work it. 4 and 3 and 2. Hold, breathe. Hug your knees in toward the chest. I like that a lot. All right, so do you have some sort of ball? We're going to do another exercise for abdominals. It's also really getting the legs ready. So lift up your hips and place either, I have this ball. It's just a little blow-up ball from my kids' toy room. You might have an exercise ball. Keep it soft, or even a pillow. If you don't have anything with you, it's fine. You can still do this on the floor. Good. Separate your feet hips distance. Press your palms into the floor. Good. Or reach them to the sky. This is called flat back on a ball. We're going to repeat some of the things we did. So tip your hips in an inch. Good. Pull the navel to the floor. The knees are naturally coming in about an inch, and they go out for 2. Small movements. In for 2. Good, so we don't want any arching in the lower back. This might not feel like much at first, but for those of you who have been following this class for a while, you know that this is very effective. Work for the abdominals without stressing the neck or the shoulders, without stressing the lower back. Good, really working with your own body today. Good, 2 more. It's in for 2. Squeeze the navel in, out for 2. The navel stays flat the whole time. Now hold the knees right about over the hips and little tucks with the hips. Maybe you don't even see this movement. I feel it quite a bit. Hopefully you do too. Use your breath to sink the navel down. Sink it down. Sink it down. You'll get it. One day you'll all of a sudden realize that you're doing it and these abdominals are firing. Good. Hopefully you feel it right now. Good. Now hold it there. Maybe the arms extend over the shoulders. The right leg comes down. Good. And bring it up for 2. So depending on your range of motion, good, the leg might not be going down very far. It might only be going a few inches down until you find that deep squeeze in the abdominals and bring it up for 2. Couple more, down for 2. Good, and up for 2. 2 more times, down for 2. I like it. Bring it up for 2. Excellent. Last one here. Good. Both legs together. Maybe you straighten the legs. Good. Bring it down for 2. I'm going to keep some softness in my knees. Good. Protecting the back. Arms can stay up or they can stay on the floor. You decide. You can even goalpost the arms. Whatever feels right to you. Good. Out for 2. Squeeze it in and in for 2. You can always bring the legs straight and bring them out for 2, depending on your abdominal strength and flexibility of the back. Good. Just really listen to the body. Let's do 4 more. I'm not sure how many I said you were supposed to do. You could do 3 of anything, right? Really pressing the navel down. Good. Last one here. Hold it there. 10 little tips. 10. 9. So those little tips are little tucks with the hips. Good. You're barely detecting the movement. The navel's sinking in. In. For 4, you've got this. 3 and 2. Hold, breathe. Maybe you extend the arms. Maybe you extend the legs. Now squeeze your thighs. Now press your navel in. Hold it there. Squeeze all the muscles in your body. Maybe put a smile on your face. For 4 and 3 and 2. Great. Hug the knees in. Allow the feet to come to the floor. Take the ball out. Keep it handy. And then hug both knees in toward the chest. Hug them in. Let them come a little away from you. Maybe extend them a little bit. Good. So now my knees are reaching up toward my shoulders. Good. Bring it here. And then plant both feet on the floor. Take the ball, bring it between the thighs. Good. Give that a great big squeeze. So you're squeezing the ball like crazy. Press your feet into the floor. Really zip through the navel and lift your hips up for 2. Bridge them up and down for 2. So sometimes these are called glute bridges. Good. Down for 2. Good. Up for 2. Sometimes it's called back dancing. Good. Down for 2. Up for 2, press your feet into the floor, squeeze your ball, and down for 2. So here you're working your inner thighs. Excellent. The adductor muscles are fully engaged. Those are the muscles of the inner thighs, helping to create some strength in the hips, the knees, even the feet are related to those inner thighs, including the abdominals. So really pull in your abdominals. And then you feel this in the glutes, right? You feel this in the outside of the thighs and the glutes. Now really squeeze the ball and hold. Now little tucks, tuck, up, squeeze, up, squeeze, up, squeeze. So we're really getting those glutes fire. Good. Creating stronger uplifted glutes today. 4 and 3 and 2. Just hold it there. Hold it there. Squeeze the ball a lot. Good. Now lower, lift to squeeze. You've got this. Lower, lift to squeeze. See if you can bring some action into the abdominals. So the abdominals are really firing here. Keep going. Go 4 more. You got it. And 3. Good. You should feel it by now. I do. Hold it there. Just squeeze your ball. 10 little tucks. 10, 9, 8. No pressure in the back. Good. 4, 3, 2. Hold, breathe. And release. Take the ball out. Hug the knees in toward the chest. Let them go a little bit away from you. Good. Last thing here for the abdominals. Good. Keep that ball handy. I'm going to bring it to the outside of my right side body, pretty close to the ankle. You're going to press the right hand into the ball, tuck your hips a bit, and sink your navel to your spine. Now this would be a fine place to be, just keeping the head on the floor if you need to. Or we're going to lift up the upper body. You can use the left hand on the outside of the left thigh. Roll the ball to the right and hold. And press the ball down and hold. Bring it back and press it down. Good. Out and squeeze, and in and squeeze. If for some reason you don't have a ball, it's totally fine. You can do it just like this, but put some pressure down. Good. If you happen to have some sort of ball, good. Then really squeeze it down. Even a pillow. In and squeeze. Good. Out and press, and in, and press. You should feel this quite a bit in the obliques. Good, you can always let go with the left hand, good. And little presses to the right. Squeeze to the right, squeeze through the right. Press the navel down, press your feet into the floor. So keep those inner thighs active. They have a memory from that last exercise. Go 4, you've got it. And 3, and 2, hold, breathe, press down into the floor. Good. Hold it there for 4 and 3 and 2. Release for a second, move your head side to side, relaxing the head, neck, and shoulders. Take the ball, squeeze it above the chest, little tuck of the hips to prepare. So sink the navel to the floor, press your feet into the floor. This is a fine place to be. When you're ready, lift the upper body off the floor and curl it up, hold, press the ball. Good. Up, hold, squeeze the ball. Keeping the chin off the chest. We're trying to get the head, neck, and shoulders off the floor. Just 10 lifts. 10, 9, 8, 7. Good. Squeeze the ball. 4 and 3 and 2. Hold it. And release. Take the ball, bring it toward the left ankle. Take your right hand, reach it to the right thigh, lift the upper body off the floor and curl it to the left and hold, and press down on the ball to hold. Good. It's over, press down, and in, press down. You got it? It's over, press down, and in, press down. Some more. Over, you got it. Nice. You can always let go with the right hand over, press down, and in, press down. Good. You should feel this in your abdominals. Good. A couple more. Listen to your body. If you need a break, you'll take it. Good. Last one here. Good. And little rolls to the left. Good. Press to the left. You should feel this a lot in the obliques, the muscles around your waist. Go 4 more. And 3 and 2. Hold it. Here's our final reach. Take the ball in the center. Try to lift it up one more time. Squeeze the ball, 10 lifts. Go 10, 9, good. 8, press your feet into the floor. Go 4 and 3. I'll bet if you didn't zoom in today, you might have not worked this hard on your abdominals. Good, hold it there for 4 and 3 and 2. Take a rest. Good. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Good. Let them go a little bit away from you. Allow the feet to come to the floor. Windshield wiper the legs a little bit into a bit of a twist. And then if it feels good to you, you can lean both legs on the right. Good. Goalpost out the arms. You can look over the left shoulder. Take your time. If this is too much on your back, then just keep up that windshield wiper motion. Otherwise, bring both legs over to the left. Just a little release in the spine. Maybe you look over your right shoulder. Good. Bring it back to the center. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Good. And then come through on your side. Take that ball with you. Good. And bring the ball between your thighs. For a second, I forgot you were there. I was enjoying that stretch so much. Good. Just kidding. Flatten your back. Curl your toes under. Press your palms into the floor. Lengthen your spine. Good. This is called a neutral spine plank. Squeeze that ball so much and start to pull the palms toward the toes. Maybe you lift your knees off the floor an inch and bring them down an inch and up an inch. Good. They just kiss the floor a bit and bring them up. They go down and up. Use your full body here, sinking the navel to the spine. Go 4, squeeze. Good. And 3, and squeeze, and 2. Lift your hips into downward facing dog. You still have a ball there, or a pillow or something if you brought that with you. And then allow the hands to travel back to the feet. Safely rise. Good. You can take the ball out a second to find your spot where you're going to hold onto the wall. I'm going to take a quick sip of water, and then we're going into thigh work. Good. If you were with me in the studio at 360, you would already be doing your thigh work, right? Good. So I'm holding onto a chair. I'm going to bring it right onto my mat for balance. You're going to take that ball and bring it between your thighs. Squeeze it a lot. You can bring your left hand to your hip and releve. That means you're going to come up high. My legs are perfectly straight. Press your heels to the floor. Squeeze. And up for 2. These are calf raises. Down for 2. You've got it. It's up for 2. You squeeze and down for 2. I see you. That looks good. Good. And down for 2. A few more. It's up for 2 and down for 2. Maybe you take your outside arm and lift it up. Good. Very nice. Maybe lift a little faster. It's lift and lower, lift and lower. You got this. Good. Really use your calf muscles. Really pull in through the belly. You go. 8, 7, good, 6, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Are you squeezing your glutes? Good, squeeze your inner thighs. Maybe you lift up right hand 2, hold it there for 4, and 3, and 2. Whoa, and you lower, good. Allow your hand to come back to your prop, good. Releve again, that means I'm lifting up high on the heels, bending through your knees, draw your shoulders back, squeeze your ball and press it down an inch and up an inch. I'll face you profile for a second. Go down an inch and up an inch. Good, so I'm wearing these big baggy pants today, so maybe I can lift up my pant leg for a second. You can see that my heels are lifted, good. Let's slow this down like this. You press it down, squeeze the ball, find your inner thighs and lift it up fairly, good. Down for 2. Good, and down for 2, lift it up for 2, a couple more, down for 2, and up for 2. I have a little peanut gang in the background here that's just behind the camera that may be imitating mama just a little bit here, good. Now hold it there, draw the shoulders back, squeeze the ball, and tiny presses just down and up, down and up, down and up. I couldn't get anybody to join me here. But I do have a few monkeys in the background that every once in a while releve with you. Go 4, and 3, and 2. You should probably feel this by now, right? I do. Squeeze your ball, bring it down another inch. Take one arm up, find your balance. Try the other arm, find something that's not moving. Very nice. Hold it there for 4, and 3, and 2. Stand up. Take the ball out for a second. We're gonna do one little stretch. You can face your wall. Take the right leg back, bend to the left knee. Lift up through the chest, good. Keep the belly in and bend a little bit through the right knee. So you get a little stretch in the calf and the Achilles heel. Step back the left leg. Take a little bit of a halfway fold over and then bring the right leg forward. Left leg is back. This is just a little release for your calf. Very nice. Belly is in, heart stays lifted. Left knee bends a little bit. Good. And safely stand up. The next position, it's called athletic V. I'll lift up my pant legs again. Heels are together, toes are about 3 to 4 inches apart. So it's kind of like a little V with the heels. You can hold on to something for balance. Lift up the heels just about an inch, good. And bend your knees. Draw your shoulders over your hips. Squeeze your heels a lot and just press it down and hold. Press down and hold. I'll face you sideways for a second. So you see that my ears are over shoulders, over hips, over heels, good. So perfect alignment, belly is engaged, so the waist is in, good, spine is released, so it's in neutral, you're not tucked, you're not hyperextended, your spine is stacked that I could almost press you between 2 panes of glass, good. Let's hold it down there, nice and low, good, lifting up through the chest, squeeze your heels really tight and go down and up, tiny presses down and up, you got this, 8, 7, good, 6, 5, I see that some of you have taken a little balance. Good, you can always hold the hands at the hips or bring them up now. Let's travel down 1 more inch, squeeze, or they can bring it be at the heart. Good, hold it here. Let's all bring them to the heart. Come down 1 more inch and think about keeping the upper body very strong. Press it over to the right, so the hips are gonna stay parallel. Bring it forward. Good, I feel this in my thighs with you. Over to the left, feel a little twist in the torso, back for 2. So we're keeping the heels lifted, they're squeezing together. If this is too much on the balance, you can always bring your hand back to the wall or to a prop. Good, right for 2, in for 2, 1 more time. Maybe you take this twist a little deeper. Good, a little bit faster, keep the belly in. Go 10, 9, 8, 7, nice, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, center, maybe lift your arms up, hold it there, come down 1 more inch, just hold it, for 4, and 3, and 2, and release, shake it off. I felt that too, good, take wide turnout, so that means that our toes are tracking toward the corners of your room, your legs are quite wide, bend your knees, you can use your chair, or a prop, or a wall if you need to, otherwise bring your hands to the hips and go down an inch and hold. Down an inch and hold. A couple more. Down, hold, squeeze 10 presses. Down and up. Down and up. Good. Maybe this feels easy. Maybe you come a little bit deeper. Good. Now hold it there. And then open up your feet just a little bit wider. Try to sink it a little lower and then pull in your belly. Good. Reach your arms into a little V. Good. And pull them in for 2. Palms face the floor to start. Up for 2, straighten your legs, squeeze. Down for 2, squeeze, use your upper body. Up for 2. 2 more like this. Range of motion. Now face your palms forward. Keep the arms active. Hold it on the down. 10 little presses. In with the elbows. Remember we did this before with the weights. Good. Use your glutes. Use your thighs. Good. Go 4 and 3 and 2. Full range of motion. We go down for 2 and up for 2. Squeeze. Down for 2. Good. Might feel a little stretch in the thighs. As you come up, try to squeeze the thighs and squeeze the glutes. Little tip of the hips as you straighten the legs. Last one. Hold it on the low. Good. Bring it down another inch. Bring your arms into a narrow V. Good. And tiny presses down with the arms and down with the hips. Good. You got this. Only 10. 9. Press into the feet. Really try to take your knees a little bit wider. Good. Go 4 and 3 and 2. Hold there. Last thing. Face your palms forward. Sink your hips. Little rotation with the arms forward and forward. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep going. Use your arms. Good. Last one here. Bring it back. Bring it back. Good. I've been doing a couple Zoom workouts here and there with Joey, and she did this one day, and it's amazing how even without weights, just circling the arms, you get some nice range of motion, nice mobility in the shoulders, and it's really challenging. It also distracts us from our thighs. Go 4 and 3 and 2. Hold. Breathe. Inhale, breath up. Exhale, breath. Take a wide forward fold. Good. You can bring your hands all the way to the floor. Keep them at the thighs. Good. Bring your legs in a little bit. Safely stand up. Good. You can use your prop or your wall for balance. Reach for your left ankle. We're going to take a quad stretch. Bend into the right knee. Tuck your hips under. Very good. Good. Get ready to switch legs. Good. Reaching for the right ankle. Good. Bring it behind your standing leg. Bend into the left knee. Take a little tuck of the hips. Good. Find your breath here. Good. Hold it there. For another long inhale breath. Another long exhale breath. And go ahead and release. We're going to do a little standing bit of seat work today. And this is a modified fold over. So you're either going to use your counter or your wall space or your chair. Some of you have done this with me before. You're going to bring your feet back behind your hips. Good. You're going to soften in your elbows and you're going to reach your right leg back. Good. So you might have to adjust yourself. Bend into the left knee and lift the right leg off the floor. Good. Good. Lift up, hold, pull in your waist. So this works the full body. It's up, hold, and squeeze. You might need to adjust a little bit on the foot. Good. It's up, hold, and squeeze your thigh. Up, hold, squeeze. Use your glutes here. So you're using your right glute, you're using the right front of the thigh, and then you're softening into the left knee, slightly shifting the body weight into the instep of the left foot. Let's lift at tempo. You're also using all of the muscles that support your spine. 10, 9, 8, 7, very good. 6, 5, you can still use your upper body by softening in the elbows. You're still really engaging the upper body. Go 4, and 3, and 2. Now hold it there. Think about the right knee. Tiny bend at the right knee. Great big stretch and squeeze your glute. Good. It's a tiny bend. It's a great big stretch and squeeze. 2 more slow. Tiny bend. Great big stretch and squeeze. You know where we're headed. We just bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch. Only 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it there. Breathe in. Lift it up another inch. Hold it there for 4 and 3 and 2. Safely rise. Maybe you bring your right ankle to the top of the left knee. Sit down a little bit. For a figure 4 stretch, you can always take your right leg. I don't know if that'll even work on this chair for me. It kind of does. You can bring it to the top of your counter or something like that if you have quite a bit of flexibility. And then go ahead and release. Walk your feet back. So set up to the other side. You have a soft bend in both knees. Tuck your hips and then extend the left leg long. Good. Take your chin off your chest, lift your left leg off the floor. Right knee bends, hips stay tucked. Good. It's almost like those hips are headlights facing the floor. Lift with the left leg, hold and squeeze. Good. So there's no arching of the lower back. The waist is pulled in, the leg is extended, and the lift up, hold, breathe. Good. Up, hold, and squeeze. So imagine tying a string hip bone to hip bone. That'll keep the waist in. That protects the lower back. Good. It's up, hold, squeeze. Right now you're working all of the muscles that support the spine and little lift. Lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze. Imagine that glute lifting up and up, getting higher and tighter. Very good. It's 4. You've got this. 3 and 2, and you hold. Now lengthen through the left leg. Think about it. It's a tiny bend in the left knee. Great big stretch and squeeze. Again, it's a tiny bend. Great big stretch and squeeze. Good. I like it. Tiny bend. Great big stretch and squeeze. I feel it too. Let's do this at tempo. Just for 10. We're 10, 9, and 8, 7. Good. 6. You probably feel this now. 4 and 3 and 2. Now hold it there. Lift it up another inch. Let's lift 10 times. Go 10, 9, 8. Hips stay parallel. Waist is in just like in a plank. It's 4 and 3 and 2. Here's your hold. Here's your hold. What if I asked you to lift the right leg up too? No? Nobody? That's my standard bar joke that most of you already know. Just kidding. Hold it there for 4 and 3 and 2, and you rise. Very good. Take your left ankle to the top of the right knee and sit down. Lifting up through the chest. Excellent. And you stand. Good. We're going to take a little stretch from here. Depending on what kind of setup you have, today I'm going to use my chair. It's kind of a modified bar stretch. You can either come to the floor to do this, or if you have a chair, you can bring your right leg up. I'm only bringing it a little bit up. Some of you might be able to put it on a chair back or couch or something like that to lengthen the spine first. Good. And then you can hinge at the hips. Take any kind of fold over that would feel available to you. You don't have to go super far. Breathe in. And then take your left hand to the outside of the hip or the knee or the toe and sink the right hip. Good. If this isn't working for you, if you were just at a wall or something, you can always do this right down at the floor. Good. And rise. Reach both arms up. Take your leg off of your chair. Find some balance. Good. Hold it there for 4 and 3 and 2 and release. Good. Nice. Bring the left leg up to the chair. Good. Square your hips. Good. Lengthen through the spine, hinging at the hips. Take any kind of stretch for the back of your legs. So it's just a hamstring stretch. That's all we're doing. Then you take the right hand to the outside of the hip or the knee or the toes, keeping the hips aligned, keeping the back nice and relaxed. Good. So no stress in the lower back. Depending on your flexibility, you may be deeper in this fold than I am. I'm keeping my back quite extended here. Good. Breathe in. Exhale. Come back to the center. Stack your spine. Reach both arms up. Take your leg off of the chair or your counter, or whatever you have going, and hold it there for balance. Good. So we work it, we balance, and 4 and 3 and 2, and release. Shake it off. We're doing one more thing standing. We're coming back to our calves for a second. Remember that position with that athletic V where your heels were together? This time, step the heels apart. So they're about a foot apart. Toes are tracking out. Legs are perfectly straight. Now I want you to tap into the full body. Imagine a string from the top of your head connected all the way through the core. Maybe bring one hand to your hips. Lift up for 2. Squeeze and down for 2. You got it. It's up for 2. Lifting and down for 2. Now really start to squeeze the outside of your glutes. Squeeze all the muscles of the thighs. And really contract all the muscles around your knees. Good. This will help your knees. Good. Some of you, maybe like me, have been doing a lot more walking than I would normally do. And you feel it in different parts of the body. So we're keeping the knees strong, keeping the shins strong, keeping the calves and even the feet strong. Lift up and down, up and down. You can go a little faster or slower. Good, depending on where you are. Maybe lift up one arm. Go 10, 9, 8. Full body workout. Maybe you lift up the other arm. Good. We're going to find our balance here. Hold it for 4 and 3 and 2 and release. Good. Bring your hands back down and then lift them up again. Good. And then find a forward fold. Hinging at the hips, you can spill forward. I'm keeping my knees quite a bit bent. You can let the head go if you like. Inhale, breath again. Remember, we came down before. I'm going to scoot my chair out of the way. Good. That wasn't a super pretty transition from my part, but maybe yours is. And now you're back on the floor in a high plank. Good. You're going to hold it here. Pull in the belly. Good. Zip the navel into the spine. Good, only 10, 9, 8, 7. You can do anything for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Knees to the floor, separate the knees, and find child's pose. That's good. Breathe in here, exhale, maybe shift a little bit in the spine. Good, come back to the hands and knees. We're gonna do a couple rounds of cat-cow, good. Take an inhale breath to lengthen your spine, good. Exhale breath around the back, like a cat. Imagine bringing the tailbone down a little bit toward the knees. Do this a couple more times. Inhale breath. Exhale breath, and then as you can, shift your body forward, and now you're on your abdominals, good. Okay, so you have some weights near you. The weights are very optional for this next part, but some of you like to use those for the tricep work. We're gonna do one more round of triceps today. Start by goal posting your arms though, so they're in front of you. Tip your hips. If this is too much for your head, neck, and shoulders, feel free to stack fist over fist or palm over palm to give yourself a nice rest for the head. Good, breathe in, take a slight tug of the hips, and lift the right leg off the floor. Lift it up, hold and squeeze it to the center. Use your inner thigh. It's up, hold, and squeeze it in, like a letter L. It's up, and squeeze it in. It's kind of a backward L. It's up, and squeeze it to the center. Now think about this. Possibly with your left arm, you reach for the left waist. Good, so the right leg is lifted, the left arm is lifted, lift them up together, and squeeze them into the center and hold. Again, it's up, hold, and squeeze it in. Now just hold that deep contraction. Navel is in, both the leg and the arm. Lift only 10 times, so 10, 9. You can do anything for 8, 7, 6, strengthening all the muscles that support the spine. Last one here, hold, breathe. Gaze is at the floor. Pull your navel off the floor for 4. Lengthen the arm. Rotate the palm to face the floor. Let's lift it up 10 more times and you're done with this. 10, 9, 8, 7. Once again, if you need a break with the head, you can always bring a little pillow underneath the head with your fist. Good. Just working with your own body today. Last one here, hold it. Lengthen the arm and leg. For 4 and 3 and 2 and relax. Good. Relax your head. Make a pillow underneath the head. And then you can kind of windshield wiper the legs a little bit, just relieving the spine. Goal post the arms again. Lift the upper body off the floor. Tuck your hips. Pull the navel into the spine like you have a little, my friend Amy likes to say, a little blueberry underneath the navel. You don't want to break that blueberry. So pull the navel in. This time lift the left leg off the floor. Lift up, hold, and squeeze the leg to the center and hold. It's up. And squeeze it in. So creating stronger, longer, tighter bodies here. Good. And in. So you're not creating any bulk in the body. You're just creating more mobility, more balance, more strength. Good. And in, hold, and squeeze. 2 more. Up, hold, and squeeze it in. Now maybe you reach back for the weight with the right arm. Lift it up and hold, and squeeze it in. Good. Again, lift up and hold. And squeeze it in 2 more times. It's up. And squeeze it in. Now hold it there and let's lift 10 times together. It's 10, 9, 8, 7. You've got it. 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Hold it there. Think about it. Rotate the palm to face the floor. Now lengthen the right arm, lengthen the left leg. Let's lift it up 10 times, then we hold. Go 10, 9, you're almost there. 8, 7, listen to your body. Good, so you don't have to overdo it, but you're almost there. 4, and 3, and 2, hold it there, Release the weight, bring both hands back. Bring your hands down to the floor for a second. Take a slight tug of the chin, good, and then lift the upper body off the floor. Maybe you lift the right leg off the floor, left leg. Now take your chin off your chest, broaden through the collarbones. Maybe you take the arms off the floor, reach them in opposition for 4, good, 3, and 2. Palms toward the shoulders. Press your body up and press the body back into another child's pose. We'll stay here for a breath. Good, so breathe in here, exhale, breath, good. And then come back through the hands and knees. Take another round of cat-cow. So it's an inhale breath to lengthen the spine. Good, exhale, breath, rounding the back like a cat. Bring the left hand underneath the left shoulder. Inhale, breath, open up through the right arm so you get a little twist in the spine. And then take the right arm, thread the needle. Left arm comes forward. You might bring one side of the face to the floor, softening the right shoulder to the floor. So we're not quite done, but we're going to do just a couple little stretches here. Good. And then come back to the center, another round of cat-cow, lengthening the spine. Exhale, breath, rounding the back, pulling in the belly. Come back to a solid table, left arm twists open. Good, take it through, thread the needle, allow the shoulder to stretch, make it a little chest stretch here. Take a breath. Take the left arm forward, and then sneak your hips above the knees, good. This is sometimes called melting heart pose. Just feel that relief at the back of the body, and then a little chest stretch. Good, tailbone is above the knees in neutral. Good, very nice. And then come onto your back, come onto your back. Good, take the ball between your thighs. You're doing a great job. Take the ball between your thighs again. Remember this position, we've been here before. Squeeze the ball between your thighs, tabletop your legs, squeeze the ball in, lift the upper body off the floor and squeeze it in. Squeeze in. Now little lifts with the upper body, good. So the inner thighs are engaged. Maybe you flex your feet, maybe you point your toes. Doesn't really matter. Go 8, 7, good. 6, 5, chin is off the chest. 4 and 3 and 2. Hold it there. Maybe you release your arms. Maybe you hold onto the thighs. Bring them out for 2 with the legs. And in for 2. Back stays flat to the floor. Out for 2. So if you feel like you're losing that intensity in the abdominals, then minimize the motion of the legs coming out. It's not super important that they go all the way out. Good. In fact, when I bring my legs all the way out, it might look a little nicer, but I'm losing the intensity, the flatness of the abdominals. So keep the navel glued to the floor. Keep it slow. In for 2, squeeze, and out for 2. Good, 2 more. If you need to make a little pillow underneath your head with one hand or both hands, you can. The nice way to do that is by holding onto those bones at the top of the neck and maybe making a little hitch there with the thumbs to hold the jaw. 2 more times. Good, nice and slow. Now hold it there. Maybe release both hands to the sky. 10 lifts. Good, bring it home here. 10, 9, 8, 7, good. 6, squeeze the ball. 4 and 3 and 2, hold, breathe. Take the ball out, release it. Good. Hug your knees in toward you, let them go a little bit away. Maybe circle the legs in one direction. It should feel pretty good on your spine. You don't have to overdo anything. And then bring it the other way. Good. All right, we're going into one final exercise. Sometimes this is called back dancing. We did a little round of it before. Your feet, though, are going to come toward the outside of your mat to start. You're going to lift it up for 2. Squeeze to the outside corners of your glutes, belly in. Bring it down for 2. So this might come up a little higher than you did before, and down for 2. Squeeze. Good. It's up for 2. Squeeze. And down for 2. A few more. Good. Up for 2. Squeeze. And down for 2. Now hold it on the up in little lifts. Lift, squeeze. Lift, squeeze. Good. All right. So we call this back dancing, and because I'm on video, it seems like when I have the music, I have to talk really loud, but I'm actually going to try to put on a little music for this last round with you. We're almost done. Good. I had some songs going before. I'm going to put on a little song. Good. It's going to kind of motivate me. Come on. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, hold it at the top in tiny presses, just up squeeze, use your glutes. Go 10, 9, 8, 7, good. Back dance like no one's watching. Hold it at the top, bring your legs all the way together, one strong leg, and lower lift to squeeze. Come on, lower lift to squeeze. Good, good, 4, 3, good, have a little fun with this. Hold it at the top, really squeeze your thighs. Think about the outside corner of the glute and open up for 2. Press your feet together. Good, and squeeze it in for 2. Good. So my legs are opening like a butterfly. And squeeze it in. Use the side corners of the glutes. And in for 2. 2 more. Now hold it on the open, little tucks. Tuck squeeze. Good. Tuck squeeze. Good.
Keep going. All you're doing is tucking and you're squeezing. Legs are open. I'm going to crank up the music for you. This song's for you. How about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This is going to be challenging. Squeeze your feet together. Little presses with the knees up, knees up, knees up, knees up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 8, 7. You're almost done. Come on, go for it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Strong leg. Last thing. Separate your feet so they're hips distance. Knees are hips distance. Last thing. Bring it down and up. Slow and controlled. Waist is in. Not only are you working the glutes, you're strengthening the muscles of the abdominals. Good, strengthening your back. Last one here, here's your hold. It's 10. 9, squeeze your glutes, pressing to the heels a little bit deeper for 4, and 3, and 2. You got it? And release. Good. Very nice. We'll take a little stretch. Good. So you did all the work. Hug the knees in toward you. Let them go a little bit away from you. Do this a few more times. Good. You should feel pretty good about yourself. You worked really hard today. Start to bring your knees out toward your shoulders. Good. And then bring both feet to the floor. Take your right ankle to the top of the left knee and open up your knee. This is going to be a figure 4 stretch. You can stay here or you can lift your leg up toward you. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Good. So this is our cool down. A couple of those stretches to finish things up. Good. Time flies when you're on Zoom calls, doesn't it? Good. And lower your foot to the floor, switch legs, right foot's on the floor, left ankle is on the top of the right knee. Take a nice inhale breath to prepare. Exhale breath, bring your legs towards you. Yeah, and just relax the right leg. Enjoy this stretch. You worked really hard on the glutes and the hips and the inside of the thighs, actually your whole body, right? Maybe some of it was mental. Maybe it was hard to come to class today, but you did it. Okay. Uncross, hug your knees in toward you. And then if you have some sort of strap, I have this strap from my son's Taekwondo. It's just a belt. If you don't have that, it's fine. You can always just use your hands on your feet. And on your own, bend the knees in and then straighten the legs a couple times. 1 or 2 times. Both legs are together. Very good. Now take the left leg out. The right leg stays extended. If it's too much to have the leg extended, you could always soften in the right knee or even bend into the left knee. Take both straps in your right hand and open up the right leg as much as you want, but keep the left hip glued to the floor. Very good. Bring it back to the top, switch hands with the strap, maybe take it across the body. Once again, drop the right hip to the floor and maybe look over the right shoulder. So we're going to find a little twist here. Bring the leg back up for a hamstring stretch and then switch legs. Good. Left leg is extended, the right leg is either long or bent. Take an inhale breath to lengthen. Right. And then take both hands in the strap over to the left. You can just kind of open up the right arm if you wish. Try to keep the right hip bone glued to the floor. Switch hands with the strap, draw it across the body. Good. Maybe take a little twist. Maybe look over the left shoulder. Good. Bring it back to the top. Lower the leg. Hug both knees in toward the chest. Take a nice exhale breath. And on your own inhale breath, let them come away from you. Do this a few times on your own. You might even want to open up where you straighten both legs above the hips and extend your arms back. Some of you have practiced this before to just kind of bring everything into symmetry and balance in the body. And then when you feel finished, give yourself a great big hug. So hug both knees in toward you. Extend one leg. Extend the other leg and then fill up. Take a big inhale breath. You worked really hard today. Movement always makes us feel better. Wow. I hope that worked for you. It did for me. Hug your knees in toward you, come through your side, and you're at your house, so you can do whatever the heck you want to do now. Have an amazing day. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you next week.
Thank you. Let me know if you have any feedback or